Good afternoon, everyone. Happy Thursday, getting ready for Thursday night football, and welcome back to Bald Father Bets. So again, apologies for not having the video posted Monday. Did make a community post. Hopefully you guys didn't follow it because we lost. But was flying back from Texas, so was unable to get a video at you guys. I was in the airport actually at the time that I would have recorded. So we had our first losing week at Bald Father Bets this previous week between college and the NFL. Really didn't have a positive day in college, mainly due to the Texas-Georgia game, and then in the NFL, it was really due to the 49ers losing to Kansas City. So we had 10 units on the 49ers minus the 1. We put another 5 on it at halftime, so that was a 15-unit loss. Then on Monday night, we were on the Buccaneers for 5 units, and we were on the Chargers for another 3 with the community post, so 0-8 there. So between being negative units on Saturday, negative units on Sunday, negative units on Monday, even though we were positive units on Thursday and Friday, we did have our first losing week of the season, but that's okay. I will take 7 winning weeks and then 1 losing week every 8 all the time, because we will definitely stay up on top. So headed into this week, a lot of interesting. I actually kind of hate how much I like the board this week. Anytime I like something, I hate it. But I do like the board a lot in the NFL this week. College, it's a little bit back and forth, but enjoy the board quite a bit this week in the NFL. So starting out with tonight, a play that I love in the unit reflection. Will show that as well. I am very much in love with the Rams tonight. People who know me know that I'm a bit of a McVay. I don't know what the word is. I love Sean McVay. And the Rams will be getting Cooper Kupp and Puka Nacua back tonight. Sean McVay is going up against one of his former assistants. He knows the scheme very well. Still think the Vikings are a bit overvalued from their undefeated start. Obviously, that value came down a bit after the loss to the Lions. Brian Flores and the defense has been incredible. But Matthew Stafford playing at home, playing in good weather with Kupp and Nacua back. Week 1 against the Lions. On Sunday Night Football, you saw how lethal and dangerous that offense was when he had all of his weapons, and he has that back tonight for most sense. Nacua will probably be on a snap count based on how he does in warm-ups, but they activated him for this game, and he plans to play along with Cooper Kupp, and that's so big. The first half is going to be the biggest indication for us. I don't know if you guys are aware of McVay's record when he has a lead at halftime, but I'm one who tends to take him when he's getting points at home against a team that I feel is overvalued. So we're taking the Rams +3, and we're doing that for 10 units for Thursday Night Football. Previous to the NFL game, we do have a college game that is of interest to us as well. We have Syracuse and we have Pittsburgh. Pittsburgh off to a really good start at 5-1. Pat Narduzzi has, every once in a while, he gets a team in which is laden with talent and laden with experience, and he has both of those this year. Syracuse, however, has Kyle McCord, who I still feel is one of the more underrated quarterbacks in college football. I think he's better than Will Howard. It's an interesting story there on how that happened. So Ohio State actually kicked Kyle McCord out. I mean, you don't actually kick a player out, but they didn't match the NIL deal that he was going to get elsewhere, so essentially encouraged him to transfer because they thought they were going to get Cam Ward. Then Cam Ward declared for the NFL draft, so they stopped pursuing Cam Ward, and then they brought in Will Howard. Well, then Miami offered Cam Ward an NIL deal that was worth it to him to not go to the NFL draft and come to Miami, and Ohio State was kind of left holding the bag saying, hey, we could have done the same thing. We have a lot more money than Miami if we'd have known that was an option. So imagine Ohio State with Cam Ward at quarterback this year instead of Will Howard. But anyway, that's history, and they have Will Howard, and Miami has Cam Ward. But that being the point of Kyle McCord is a very good quarterback, and Syracuse is at 3-3, but you look at some of the games in which they performed well in. and they've had a decent team so far this year. So we actually do like Syracuse plus the 5.5 tonight for 2 units against Pittsburgh. So that's it for Thursday Night Football. Couple of plays that we've already made going forward in the week. We have Michigan State plus the 5 against Michigan. This is completely against the model, against everything. Just don't think that models are able to take into account how bad Michigan's coaching staff is. This is a public play. I rarely make public plays, but I just like this one. Michigan's coaching staff has gotten to the point to where it is maybe the worst coaching staff in power football, including Purdue's. It's embarrassing what they're doing with that talent. And Michigan State has one of the best coaching staffs in the Big Ten. I rate them number 2 behind Ohio State, but think that Jonathan Smith and that team will get it done. There's also a history of Michigan head coaches in their first year losing to Michigan State. And I think that given everything that's kind of happened here in the past few years, I think Michigan State will get another signature win like they did against Iowa last week. So we have Michigan State plus the 5, and that's going to be for 2 units against Michigan. Additionally, in the same community post in which we made the Monday Night Football plays in, we also took the Raiders plus the 10.5 against the Chiefs for 2 units. Chiefs still are finding ways to win, but laying 10.5 points with the Chiefs is, you'll almost never see me do it in the regular season. So we're taking the Raiders plus the 10.5 against the Chiefs, and again, that one's going to be for 2 units. We are taking the Bengals minus the 2 against the Eagles for 5 units. I actually really like what we've been seeing out of the Bengals lately offensively, what T. Higgins has kind of unlocked for them now that he's back in form, and then also what we're seeing out of them defensively. So Lou Anarumo is one of the best defensive coordinators in the NFL, and it took him a little bit to get it going this season, but they seem to have it going. Now they may lose Trey Hendrickson at trade deadline time because there seems to be some conflict back and forth. He wanted out in the offseason. It is with the team, but there's a chance that they lose him, but right now they have him, and the defense is humming along. I think they get a signature win against the Eagles, and while the Eagles did completely blow up my prediction against what they would do against the Giants, they dominated the Giants, and we were on the Giants. The Eagles have there's still something about them under Sirianni and under the current coordinator staff that I'm just not totally sold on. So trust Joe Burrow at home and the Bengals in this situation, and what is essentially must-win game for them until they at least get back to 500 with how the Ravens are performing. So we've taken the Bengals for 5 units at minus 2 against the Eagles. So in terms of look-ahead lines and what we're playing, that's all we have so far. Obviously, we'll make a post tomorrow night if we have anything for Friday Night Football, and then we'll make a post Saturday morning for our Saturday plays, and then Sunday we'll get at you with every NFL game against the spread, and Monday as well. So everyone, enjoy the night, enjoy Thursday Night Football. Thank you for participating. Thank you for being with us. Only thing we ask, please support the channel. Subscribe, notifications on, like, share, comment, all the stuff to help us with the YouTube algorithm. It's the only thing that we ask. We'll never charge for these picks. Having a really good year. Again, even though we had a losing week last week, having a really good year and enjoying the interaction with you guys. So have a great night.